Welcome to the South Texas Amateur Tour Podcast, The Power Hour, with your hosts, Travis Salkowski, Dustin Hassan, Casey Graham, Jason Bird, and Michael Germanuelian.
Good evening, South Texas Amateur Golf Tour. MD here. Thank you for being here with us. It is Wednesday night. It is 8 o'clock, Wednesday, November 8th. It is South Texas Match Play Challenge preview. Guys, lots to talk about tonight, as you know or may not be aware. I don't know how you wouldn't be aware. This coming weekend, your South Texas Amateur Golf Tour team travels to Houston to go take on the Houston Amateur Golf Association, the HAGA team representing Houston. In Houston this year, High Meadow Ranch, going to be a lot of fun. Going to be a wet one this weekend, but competition is going to be stiff. Guys, tonight we are joined by our correspondent, our video, our Facebook, our everything correspondent, everything social media. Danny Puckett's going to be on tonight. We have a couple of our usuals on the show tonight. If you can believe it, Casey Graham, Jason Bird, Travis Salkowski. I mean, guys, it is as stacked a group as it's going to get. I can't imagine we're going to see or have many more people on this chat or, on the show tonight that we can welcome other than our special guest joining us all the way from Houston, Mr. Randy McKay, representing Team Houston on the show tonight. Lots to do, though. Let's jump into it. Joining me, Travis Salkowski. Travie, what's the word, Hummingbird?
What's up, MD? It is Tuesday night. We're back on a podcast on Tuesday night. I know we certainly tried yesterday, but it didn't quite work. We were having technical difficulties, so we're coming to you on a Wednesday. Which was, of course, my joke about it being Tuesday night. It seems like forever since we've had a podcast on a Tuesday night. Happy Wednesday. It's over the hump day, and that hump happens to be leading to High Meadow Ranch Golf Course this time, and the 2023 South Texas Match Play Challenge. MD, everybody watching, high fives to MD. Qualified for the team, produces the podcast, does lives, breathes, dies, everything tour, loading videos, loading photos, getting podcasts ready moments before the show goes on, and parenting in real time as it happens.
Well, you got it right.
I mean,
but I am dead inside.
Look at that.
Hardly live and die.
Fist bump from Casey. I mean, it's amazing. I do think the text message that you sent me about living and dying was a little bit more passive aggressive than I'm making it sound right now.
No,
but
way more than.
But it's Wednesday. The backside of the week leads us to High Meadow Ranch Golf Club and the 2023 South Texas Match Play Challenge. against the Houston Amateur Golf Association, 32 players. I just posted in the comments 2 days, 14 hours, and 55 minutes until
Not
the
that you're
first match.
counting. Not that you're counting.
No.
I mean, this might be one of the most highly anticipated South Texas Match Play Challenge events in recent years. Correct me if I'm wrong.
I totally agree. I totally agree. Last year was a whirlwind year. It went almost basin, almost basin, almost basin. And then it felt like the playoffs were later in the year and we didn't get as much prep time maybe as we normally would. But it felt like we were going to almost basin and we'd been there for 6 events in a row. And all of a sudden, we took a loss last year. And it was the first time we lost at home. And I don't know if you saw that teaser video on Facebook this week where Danny Puckett and I were at High Meadow Ranch, but that loss stung. It hurt. It was brutal.
Do you mean this video?
Great segue.
2023 South Texas Match Play Challenge. High Meadow Ranch Golf Club in Magnolia, Texas. 16 people qualify for the tour team. 16 people qualify for the Houston Amateur Golf Association's team, and we play 2 days of match play. We lost at home last year at Almost Basin, and that was our first loss at home ever. That one stung. It stung and it hurt. So this will be the 10th year. The tour is up 6-3 in the overall series and coming off of an L.
That was just a taste of what Danny Puckett and his media. I can't wait to talk to Danny Puckett on the show tonight. Really excited for that. Can't wait to get the rest of this week over with so we can get to practice round and Straka school and on to checking into a hotel and traveling. I love traveling.
Well, do we want to? We've got a couple of guests tonight. We've got a couple of people in the back. I'm gonna jump backstage. I'm gonna let some of the other boys have some screen time. I'm sure no one wants to see my face, and everybody, including Jason Bird, will tell you that when his face is on camera, scores of people
ratings go
ratings
up.
are
Jason's on camera.
roof.
Yep, it's statistically proven.
What happens if we add Casey Graham and Jason Bird to the mix?
Oh my gosh.
I mean, just the whole internet explodes. So I'm going to pop backstage, but could we bring on Mr. Danny Puckett to talk about this weekend and what he has going on?
Yeah, absolutely.
Okay, let's do that.
Graham
First and foremost,
Bird.
though, let's go ahead and bring on Casey and Bird. I want to show off Casey Graham first. Casey, love the background, love the
Oh
hat.
my gosh, armadillos everywhere tonight.
Yep, couldn't get enough of them. What's going on, everybody?
I love it. I love the hat from last year too. Oh, so
we just got 20 more viewers.
I'm making my quarterly showing here.
That is
perfect timing.
That is what he's contracted to appear in once a quarter.
Graham shows up. And also joining the show before I pop in back, Jason Bird, who's wearing Jason, what are you wearing? Is that a TPC San Antonio?
Listen, you're about to run the show and you're on mute right now.
Well, it's foreboding. And, well, God, another viewer. God, just the
Here
moment
we
he
go.
comes on.
Good evening.
Welcome to the show, Jason Bird's mom.
What?
She's
Nothing.
really here to see me, but that's fine.
Well, where is she? What?
Jason Bird, happy Wednesday. How are you, bud?
I am great.
Everything goes smoothly towards the end of the evening?
Yeah, I'm, a few digits lighter, but I own a house now, so
Congratulations. I know
Congrats.
it's been an ordeal, and I'm glad it's done with.
That is
Thank you.
such a grown-up thing.
It has been an ordeal, mostly of my own doing, because I find everyone else's mistakes that no one ever finds in real estate transactions, I guess. So it's all on me.
Well, you know, you
God,
are
you're just
definitely
such
one of
an
those people
amazing
who read
person.
the fine print, you know?
I read everything I sign word for word.
Yeah.
Jason Graham, Jason Graham, Jesus.
Jason Graham.
Jason.
Whoa!
Jason
Oh.
Graham. Whoa.
Take it easy.
I assume you were
Why
taking
would you
his
assume
last
I'm
name.
Your
taking his
fantasy
last
to
name?
yourself there.
Why did
Sorry.
you assume I'm taking his last name? We
Just
agreed to hyphenate.
Jason Bird, the best at being humble.
It's Bird Graham.
It's Jason Bird Graham. Graph.
Yes.
Oh, yeah.
Yes, Graf. Jason Bird Graham Graf. And my middle
At
name
least
is
I'm
now
in there.
Greg.
His middle name is now Greg.
But that's hyphen too.
Yeah.
Yes.
Oh my God.
That's all
right.
hyphenated.
Well, gentlemen, we have a former team member and caddy joining us in what was it? Casey Graham? That's her name? Correct. Casey Graham. We have a captain to my other side and another captain down in the corner. I am but a lowly player, and at this point I take my leave, but I would like to invite and welcome Danny Puckett to the program. Excited to see everything Danny has to talk about. I will be back later on in the show.
Terrific. Danny Puckett. Good evening, sir.
How's it going, guys?
It is terrific. Man, it's so difficult. I want everybody to know that I'm in a rural setting. I still measure my internet in megs, I guess. And just hearing Danny Puckett's audio and seeing his video just makes me feel like I need to upgrade from Starlink or something. Yeah.
I'm sure he just has good video production gear.
I mean,
I got a little bit of a few things going. I got a light, and
Oh, he definitely has a light going.
I have a lightsaber.
that works.
Yeah.
That works.
I need to get a light.
Hey, Danny,
You
is
gotta
that the
get
same
Morgan to
light
give me
you
a
use
light.
for your OnlyFans?
Yep.
Okay.
Yeah, it's a foot
Terrific.
cam light. Yeah.
Yeah, that's what I thought.
He's known as DP on OnlyFans.
Yeah.
That's so good. That's so good. OnlyFans.com/Jason Bird. That went around.
Yeah,
in
that's the
San
best
Antonio
thing
this
MD's
year,
ever
like
done is
hot
make
takes.
those tees. MD making those tees is like the funniest thing ever. I just don't know how he got them at TPC. We haven't figured that part out yet, but it's amazing.
I think Morgan's in on it. Maybe. I don't know.
That's
but it's
possible,
good.
I guess.
Danny Puckett. We're going to have Randy McKay on from Houston Amateur Golf Association in a little bit here. And I figured this is a really cool early segment for some pre-questioning about our docuseries. So I'd like you to take a little bit of time, explain what you are doing with your media production company, how it ties to golf, how it ties to the tour, and what you, me, and Micah all have planned for this weekend, which I know very little about, so I'm excited to hear about it. So Danny Puckett and Jason Bird, take it away. I know there's some media loaded in Stream Song in the podcast program for you. So if you need something, just have Bird pull it up.
Cool. So a little bit of background. So video production's kind of been my passion, my first hobby for forever, really, since high school. And I've always kind of blended my hobbies with video work. Video can be used in many different ways, and in every single really hobby, subject matter, company, whatever, they can all use video. So I've constantly kind of combined the two. So it started with skateboarding as a kid, that turned into automotive and drifting things, and then started playing golf almost 2 years ago now. And so it just made sense that I would start shooting golf videos. So it kind of started as just doing stuff for myself. And then I've always kind of taken side gigs and things and done video work on the side. So I figured it's time to kind of launch a brand, a video company that specializes in golf. So the name of that is Global Fairway Logistics. Took kind of I guess not as common name kind of branding for it. And yeah, so I'm making golf videos now. So I was playing on tour, been talking with Travis and all you guys about helping with marketing stuff and just cool social clips and things like that. So yeah, everything's just kind of stars aligned, and the tour has been awesome. The more I've played, the more I've wanted to capture it, which is tough, right? Because I want to play and shoot. So figuring that out has been tough, but I'm excited to shoot more content. And then really going into this weekend, kind of looking at this as like kind of like a full swing type of docu-series show. So we'll do interviews with players, captains, and we're just going to kind of capture from beginning to end, and capture kind of all of the highlights and the lowlights, and that's just kind of shape the story. I am kind of excited to ask you guys a little bit about what things you'd like to see. I'm still pretty new to golf, so there's definitely some small nuances and things that I don't always pick up on. I'm still learning some of that stuff, so definitely want to get some of y'all's feedback, and yeah, same kind of hear from the Houston side of what they would like to see in it. Of course we're going to feature us, right? So but we got to show.
I need lots of footage of Randy McKay, Danny.
You got it.
I need a ton of footage, and if I need something awesome and then something embarrassing and everything in between.
You got it.
I would like to see a lot of
as much as we
video of Travis stretching and
I already
rolling
have some
his
of
back.
that.
Oh, I'm sure there's plenty of that.
We could do
Zero
a
footage
mini
of me.
docu-series on my pre-round routine. Yeah,
Yes.
I mean,
We
we
totally
really-
Rousing
could.
speech.
Well,
Yeah.
we don't have enough space or time to show that.
Yeah,
I-
Show what?
It's a
I love how
full-length movie.
MD's creeping in the background and then pops in, says one thing, and then pops
he's
out.
out.
It's
Oh,
like
footage
amazing.
of Travis singing would be amazing.
I mean,
It's the
If-
same playlist.
I'm
for
gonna
6
get
years
hot
now.
mic'd
Can you
all the time.
get a different playlist eventually?
no.
It's the same songs for 6 years.
Well,
The only one that
new
works.
One, I think
Hey,
I
he's
last
still
time-
in 2007. Just let him
Listen,
be.
I know the exact playlist order, and when he starts singing, I know what's coming next.
If it ain't broke, don't fix it.
I don't understand how you swing with those big headphones either.
Well, it keeps
If I
me
tried to
short.
swing with these, it would never work.
It keeps me short.
Mm.
I'm just trying to be short like Dustin Hassan.
Well, it barely
You
works
talk.
as it is.
Wait, is that a vertically challenged joke? I don't understand that joke.
Swing, backswing.
Oh, like John Rahm. I thought you were
Yeah.
calling Dustin short. I was like,
Very
I think
short.
he's about average,
Dustin
right?
and I are fighting hard and hard every day to get down to Jesse Allen. That's our goal.
There is a throwback. Where's
Below
he
the
been?
belt. Hands below the belt.
Where he been at?
Florida, I think. Maybe.
Oh wow, he actually moved away.
I believe so, yes.
One of the fallen soldiers. We should get a list of tour golfers that were beloved that moved out of state.
Chris Campbell.
Chris Campbell.
Bill Stack. Early old name right there. Dan
Yep.
Tack.
Yeah.
He's
Chad.
still in state, though. Yes, that Greg Graff, the comment there. You're getting close to the tee time when it gets to Taylor Swift. Yes, absolutely. I agree completely. I am so excited for Danny to be there and capture all of those hot mic moments where it really, really, really is raw emotion.
F-bombs.
That's the cool part about this tournament is there's no gift cards, there's no cut line, it's pass fail, which I always thought was easier, right? But it really is win or go home, and that raw emotion and it just really is on display the whole weekend, and that's what makes this one really cool.
Yeah, I'm excited for it for sure.
Oh, we have a question in the audience. There it is. Pulled it in. Look, y'all are ahead of me. Danny, you've seen the course as a player. What did you learn from a videography perspective to help create the best video possible? Sounds like Morgan's talking to Jason.
That was not me. I believe that was Casey.
Oh, okay.
So yeah, I got to play and I got to shoot as well. Definitely. So long lens shooting is helpful in numerous ways, right? Because you don't want to be all up in somebody's vision, or make them feel like, you know, you're too close, or you're grilling, or you're messing with their setup routine or whatever it is. So definitely I'm going to shoot on a 70 to 200 and stay pretty good distance. The drone, I flew the drone some. It's also pretty distracting during gameplay, so probably won't use it a whole bunch during matches or anything.
It scared me. It scared me.
It makes scary noises for sure.
The shutter noise scared Travis the other day when Morgan was taking pictures.
It's really not that scary.
It made. I didn't know it was coming.
He needed new underwear. He was terrified.
And it actually made me. It physically made me jump. It was a creepy sensation.
Yeah, like the abrupt moves. It sounds a little UFO like. You know, it's kind of.
Like, this is going to sound completely stupid, but it made me feel like I had walked into a spider web in the woods. Like, that's the feeling that I got when the drone.
Yeah, that's a little psychotic.
When the drone like zoomed past me, I believe, I don't know for sure, Dan, you can tell me right now, but I believe he was trying to time it with me striking the ball and following the ball down the target line.
You ended up pump faking 3 times, and I think Danny said, well, shit, my battery's gonna die. I might as well just kill it right here.
And that's the like the heebie-jeebies feel it. Yeah, it was weird. Yeah.
I think you're gonna be able to capture a lot during the practice round. It may not be as intense, than during the actual tournament. But we
could use it as a weapon, and we could kamikaze with the drone.
Yeah.
But yeah, that's kind of my game plan.
Jay-Bird, I'm sorry.
So are you gonna, Danny? Are you gonna go up on Friday? Or are you gonna just try to make the weekend, or how?
I'm gonna go up Saturday morning. Yeah.
Okay.
I just want everyone to know the balloons are completely accidental. I was trying to adjust my picture quality.
It's all right, Bert. At this point, if we're not talking about you, you're gonna do something.
Perfect. That's perfect.
Draws the attention back.
Yes. Well, I mean, I could have hit the lasers, but the balloon's the first one on the list. I mean, the lasers are pretty cool.
Yeah, and then I'm going to set up for interview stuff in the pro shop probably, or ask for somewhere, inside where we can set up for kind of like a step and repeat type of area for interviews.
Like a pre and post round of golf, that'd be cool.
Mm-hmm.
That would be Jonathan Harder's interview. That dude's interesting.
Yeah.
I think it's good. I think the player interviews are going to be so cool because it's just this new next level, right? I've done stuff on camera forever, right? And this year it'll expand to Jason much more. And I'm so excited to hear what the players have to say beforehand. And afterwards, after a win and after a loss, I think those interviews are going to be raw, and I think they're going to be really, really cool.
Yeah, I'm hoping so.
Also, I think we need to establish like villains and like heroes of this. Like Poulter was kind of a dick in full swing. Like I'm willing to take that role. I'm just throwing it out.
Okay.
I don't think that they need.
We need a villain.
And he's out.
I think Randy McKay needs to tell us who the villain is, right?
I would agree.
Is this video from our perspective? So like that's
No,
what
no.
I don't understand. Are we the PGA Tour and they're Live Golf?
Ooh.
Yeah, I was. Yeah, that. I mean,
Well,
that's kind of up for discussion,
he'll be
right?
on shortly, and he'll be able to tell us that.
Maybe we're Live Golf. Maybe we're the villains.
I just want to hear Randy's villain. That's what I want to hear.
Yeah. Maybe we're the actual villain.
Who would our villain be that we would send at them? Like Laws, maybe?
Laws.
He's like the bounty hunter who doesn't speak ever.
Yeah, he's just quiet. Just
Super
stares you
scary.
with silence.
Yes. Gee,
Amazing.
Greg Graff, the villain in this series. No,
The silent.
Oh, that's true.
no, it's it's
We
it's
have a lot of
backwards logic.
smilers.
You know, you send the happy guy, and all of a sudden he's the killer.
Yeah.
That makes
Joker.
sense. Like the show Dexter. Like no one thought it was him because he was so happy.
Yeah, yes. The hand is quicker than the eye, type thing.
Yeah. GG kills people.
Favorite part of filming golf? Favorite part is probably capturing a really good shot. So that means somebody else hits a really good shot and capturing it. The hardest part is probably tracking a ball, trying to pick angles that show ball flight or seeing the beginning and the end of a shot. So like putting, chipping, stuff around the green's pretty easy to shoot. Just because it's also close that you can see the ball leave the club and where it finishes. But like shooting on a par 3, so ideally you have like 2 angles, right? You want one on the green and one on the tee box.
Yeah.
So yeah, you kind of end up shooting from behind the player.
And the lighting matters, right? Like the direction of the light to see if the ball gets picked up by the lens and whatnot.
Yeah, it gets tough, especially like if people play like a colored ball or something weird. Depending on what the sky looks like, when the ball.
Yeah, see, yellow ball should be banished.
Yeah, yellow, and then like any of the fluorescent stuff is hard.
They make
Just
like
it's
black
hard on your
golf
eyes
balls now. Have you seen that?
Yeah, I don't know how that.
What is that? How does that even work?
Yeah.
How does a black golf ball even work? How does that even make sales?
It's just a shadow.
I played with Casey when he played a black ball, and it was very frustrating. It was very frustrating.
There they are.
Oh, he got up to get them.
That's right. Casey has them.
I did
Have
not
you played
like
them, Casey, or did you
Yes,
just buy them for
I
fun?
played them. I played them at BRAC individual tournament. I was playing with a couple guys from Oak Hills. I can't remember who they were, but it came to a point where on 9.
Clayton Rodriguez. You play with Clayton Rodriguez.
No, somebody else as well. I played with 2 guys. There's 2 guys from Oak Hills. They're in the same group. But anyway, we get to 9. Hit my ball off the tee. We looked 2.5 minutes, found it in fairway. Hit my second ball to the green, right off the side of the green. We all saw it bounce twice. 2.5 minutes, found it right in the middle of the grass. And I said, all right, guys, I'm changing balls. This has become a hindrance to time and flow of play and everything. So I put it away after 9 holes. But up until I finished that hole, I was 2 under. So the balls work. But I made a 9 on 9, so it didn't matter.
You played somewhere where we played together, and you had it. And I went to help look the first time, and we found it in some insanely easy spot. And I was like, nope, I'm out. I'm done helping. I'm not looking anymore. It was terrible.
It's a gag, really. But honestly,
what about those dark green
ball
forest
performs
balls?
pretty well.
I found a forest green ball in some overseed last winter, and I was like,
Camouflage.
Yeah, right?
What?
Bring that question back in from Weldon. That's a good one because the weather forecast for this week is not great.
Yeah, shooting in the rain sucks. I've already started to prep for some of that. It's definitely harder to shoot in the rain. It's glass, so temperature sensitive. So fogginess, I wear glasses, which also sucks to shoot in the rain. So yeah, it'll be camera covering and then as much umbrella and cart, type of.
Danny, are you going to have an assistant this weekend?
TBD.
TBD.
Yeah,
okay.
could just be me.
There's another rain question from Greg Graff. How does rain affect audio quality?
Yeah, so on-camera audio is pretty tough because anything you put over the camera to cover it, so like a plastic cover or anything, it's just going to sound like rain hitting plastic. So it really comes down to a lavalier microphone or trying to use some sort of sound that's not hooked to the camera at all. So it gets tough, but luckily most of the narrative and the storytelling will mostly happen through interviews, pre and post to gameplay. So it'll really just be the atmosphere sound, action of hitting the ball.
So
it's more like B-roll.
Players shouldn't expect boom mics.
Nah.
Okay.
And you talk about shaping a story and you talk about that kind of stuff. Is that something that like you're already prepping for from like a question standpoint? Like you kind of know how you want to shape at least the questions to get to a specific point, or kind of how does that come about for you? How do you prep for that?
Yeah. So I'll make questions for players. I'll make questions for captains, and then folks like Travis. And yeah, I think Travis will probably kind of set us up. So give us like the who, what, when, where kind of a thing. It'll probably start with that unless there's a really dramatic moment or something, so that'll kind of happen in editing. So if I find something that really kind of catches the viewer's eye and things like that, so might start with that and then kind of come back. It kind of depends editing wise, but it documentary style definitely is just a lot of interviews and shooting, and you use maybe say 10% of what you might capture interview wise. But yeah, I'll have probably 3 different lists of questions based on who I'm asking.
That kind of sounds like my golf game where 10% of it's good.
It's sick burn. Got that guy good.
Dang.
Well, that's pretty freaking awesome, Danny. I know I'm super excited. I'm such a I tried getting into the videography and doing that stuff, and I'm piss poor at it. But I can put some shit together. But I mean, every time I watch your videos, I'm always completely blown away just by how freaking good you are at it. That is, I mean, the amount of golf and the amount of practice that you have when your golf game, I'm scared when your golf game hits your videography and video making.
Do we have the teaser graphic for the video show?
We do. If you will give me one moment here while I get that. Pulled
Un
up.
momento.
Un momento.
And thank you for the kind words.
No, of course, buddy. I mean,
I mean, it's amazing. When you send the videos, it's like chills head to toe every time.
I usually see him on Instagram. He posts them to Instagram first, and I'm like, ooh, new post.
Well,
it's supposed to be Danny Puckett.
And Danny, you have the Sinkers Club, right?
Yeah. I started Sinkers Club as just kind of like a gathering of a bunch of friends. Me and a handful of friends got into golf around the same time, and we were just kind of like making a group organically. So we were like, we'll kind of put a name around it, and it's not really anything except for a group of friends who play golf, and we just make some golf content here and there.
When I see Sinkers Club, I think you're a fishing club.
I know, that's what kind of
you
why
guys play
I
some
was
cool courses too, though. I saw some of the stuff.
Thanks.
Greg just made the same joke.
Yeah,
you're right, Greg. I said it first.
Hey, fishing's rad too.
A lot of time together.
I love fishing.
Well, before we kick you off, Danny, here is our teaser.
God damn, that looks good.
I asked Danny to make this flyer at like 7:15 tonight.
I think I know who that person is, but just out of curiosity, who is that person that you used?
It's Trace.
That is what I thought. Okay.
Yeah.
Well, it's definitely way too tall and torso to be MD.
Look at the turn on his shoulder rotation right there. Clint is exceptionally happy.
And way too skinny to be me.
That's me too, dude.
Paul,
Danny, this is freaking awesome. This looks awesome. Excited to see what you do this weekend. Obviously, if there's anything we can do to help, aside from us, hopefully playing some good golf, so you have that on video and answering some questions for you. But man, we are excited to have you. It's going to be really, really cool. This is going to be a different level for the tour that we haven't had before, and we're really, really honored that we get to kind of be the test subject here for this for you.
Yeah. Really excited. Special thank you to Mike and Carol and Cairo Services Group LLC for sponsoring Global Fairway Logistics and Danny Puckett this coming weekend at High Meadow Ranch. We're so excited. Danny's staying with us through Randy, correct?
If Danny wants to, Danny gets to.
I'll hang out. That's fine. Yeah.
I am going to, again, move off the screen here, but first we are going to bring in Randy. So let's go ahead and bring in Randy McKay.
Let's go 6 wide. Let's go 6 wide. Bring in Randy.
Let's bring in Randy.
And we got
Randy
the
McKay, welcome to the program.
Hello, everybody. Yes, thank you for all that speed. Danny, I think that graphic you showed was an HAGA player. It looked really, really good. So it's actually Throwback Wednesday. I was going to see if maybe I could share a screen here. You guys, let's see if I can do this. Come on. No, if I don't break it.
Technical difficulties incoming.
I can break it worse than they broke it yesterday.
I had a graphic of the 2015 team, as you all know.
I wasn't even alive in 2015.
Randy, if you want to send it to me, I can put it in and have it and pull it up on my end.
It'll be a half an hour before I can figure out how to do that. So forget about it, Mike. So anyway, the 2014 inaugural event was won by the San Antonio team at the time, Alamo City Golf Trail, and we invited everybody to join us at River Ridge in Sealy, Texas, which is our home team. And I'm wearing the shirt from the 2015 team, and the results are right behind me there in case you wanted to see what that was. So anyway, I'm channeling 2015 for this event. We're very, very excited to bring the new South Texas Amateur Golf Tour to High Meadow Ranch. It's one of the most fun courses in Greater Houston. It's fortunately about 15 minutes north of my home, so it's
convenient.
I like party at Randy's, right?
So I'm not very good at it, but
that's closer to the main event.
Yeah, so it's a great place to go. But we're excited to have you guys there. And actually, Danny, there's a big facility there for you to set up your equipment, and you can do interviews indoors if you wanted to. We are obviously looking at rain. If you guys are interested, there's the forecast. It doesn't look too good. I'm just going to get that back there. It's looking like a little bit of sponge for our event, but Danny could be inside doing interviews in the big barn where we'll have our dinner on Saturday night. So we're really looking forward to having you guys here.
Yeah, we are excited. It's a hell of a venue. High Meadow is just absolutely gorgeous. I mean,
so there's a story here.
It's such a fun track.
Yeah, so David Ogren designed this course, and David Ogren.
Is that true?
Yes, David Ogren.
Really?
Hold on. Let me call David real quick.
Let me call David and get him on the podcast.
Give him a call
on the show.
So David Ogren designed this course, and we understand, I don't know this as a fact, but I was told that David Ogren is a very devout Christian, and somehow he designed this course in 666 instead of 29.
There's no way that's a real story.
It is a real story. He designed it, and it's in 3 6 loops. You guys played it, and when you first look at that scorecard, you think, what the hell have I signed myself up for here? But yeah, it's 3 loops of 6. Great track, lots of fun, always in fantastic shape. I'll tell you, if there's a course in Houston that has poured more of their money from the COVID experience back into their course, no one has spent more money in the course than High Meadow Ranch. They've just done a spectacular job. They're terrific hosts, and we're looking forward to introducing the South Texas Amateur Golf Tour team to what we think is one of the most fun courses in the area. You guys have a blast.
I just ripped off half a dozen text messages to David to see if he'll reply, and he's
We're about to pull
in.
David on the show.
Yeah, I mean, listen, if he replies right away, I'll shoot him the link and we'll get him on. He'll come on.
Don't tell him I said anything about the 666 thing, okay?
We won't bring that up. But I think he's in the Bahamas caddying for a student right now who qualified for a tour event. Is that this week? Is that?
I think it's next week when I talk to
This coming
Espinoza.
weekend. They're playing practice rounds now, I think.
Awesome.
So we'll see. I have no idea. I'm sure it's later there, so we'll see if he replies or not.
High Meadows
That
Ranch
is-
website says it was designed by Ogren and Ted Nugent.
Awesome.
And Ted News?
What?
Oh my God.
Why is that not like on the
They
sign
just
when
keep
you
getting
pull in?
better. Danny Puckett, I will do my damnedest to secure us at minimal a phone interview with Ogren during the weekend. I will do my damnedest.
Yeah, I'm sure he would love to know that you guys are taking advantage of his design. It's one of the most wonderful courses in here in Houston. Everything is so flat. You guys have a bit of an advantage in that you've got a little bit of undulation in your world. Here, it's very unusual for us to find anything at all. In High Meadow Ranch, David found every contour there was and put everything where it should be. The staff there, I'm telling you, the greens are perfect right now. The course is in great shape, and even in the rain, it's a treasure to participate. We'll just have to all believe that we're in Scotland or something with the rain this weekend.
Awesome.
How well is
Yeah,
that
we
course
haven't-
drained? Do you know?
It does drain fairly well, as a matter of fact. I've been out there when we've had an absolute downpour. You hide under a tree with your umbrella, and you come out and you start playing, and all of a sudden you get up the green, everything's drained off. So I think you'll be pleased with the fact it does drain very well.
That's good because the forecast was like trending pretty good in our favor until the 3-day models came out overnight, and it is no bueno anymore.
Yeah.
I mean, the
Andy, I
National
just
Weather
sent you a couple photos of Ogren.
National Weather Service
I saw
expecting 2.7 inches of rain between Friday and Sunday morning.
Houston's a big area, so when they give you those forecasts, it could be raining 2.6 inches in Houston proper, but this is Magnolia, and they could get 1/10 of an inch. So
I
Right.
love the positivity from Randy McKay right there.
That's it.
I mean,
I'm very positive because my wine glass is empty. I have to go back and
I just got 2 bottles of wine. I'm not going to drink. You can have them, Randy.
bring it with you. Bring it with you, Bert. We'll have some of that.
Morgan just protested. I'm in trouble.
Yeah. So I'm.
Danny, what questions? I know you're on the spot a little bit, but week leading up to Randy is a qualifying player for the Houston team and their assistant captain to Captain Ron Hill. And then, of course, we have MD on the screen as a player, qualifying player from the tour, assistant advice-giving Captain Bird, and then, of course, myself. Casey is a 7-star member, 6.5. Yeah, 6.5.
Is it 6 and 1 asterisk?
It's actually 5 and 2 asterisks.
Oh, it's 5 and 2.
Kidding.
Danny, this is a pretty cool time. If you've got some questions that you want to take over and go, and I feel like the 6 of us. Let me rephrase that. I feel like me and Randy could get off on some tangents here, and it could derail. So if you want to take the lead here,
I've got questions as well. So
yeah, and Casey's right alongside you. I know he's got some questions ready for Randy as well. I feel like we're on full swing right now, and you take it away.
Yeah, I mean, a lot of it I think will be just based on like kind of educating me kind of you know, where you're at in the process kind of going into the week. It's just as far as, you know, the players on the team, or how familiar you are with their gameplay, and kind of just the headspace, I guess, going into it competition wise.
Yeah, so we have a different methodology for qualifying for the team. We do play a 12-month season, so as players, you know, win, they acquire Player of the Year points, and those that play more often obviously have a better shot at acquiring those POI points. So in the past, we've had a fairly stable team. People that were on last year's team often qualify for this year. But differently this year, we're very excited that half of our squad are new members to our team. Matter of fact, many of them have only been members this year. So we're very excited about that. So a lot of new blood, a lot of excitement. Our organization looks forward to this event. Probably not as crazy as the South Texas Amateur Golf Tour does, but our guys look forward to qualifying for this and participating in it as much as your guys do. And coming off of last year's incredible, you know, fortunate result at Almost Basin, we are, you know, thrilled to have you come out here and experience High Meadow Ranch. You know, it's a fun event. I'd like to say that it doesn't matter how it turns out, but it absolutely matters how it turns out. We want to, you know, and make sure you guys have a great time, and look forward to having you here this weekend.
Cool.
Hey, Randy,
and you are absolutely right. It means a lot, and it means a lot to everybody. And this is the biggest week of the year for us, and we love traveling. I love traveling, and we can't wait to be there. And now it's even more special learning the tidbit of Ogren. I worked with
it's
Ogren.
amazing.
I worked with Ogren for years on the Alamos Golf Trail.
We know him quite well, yeah.
Yes, I mean I'm so excited about that tidbit of information.
Yeah. Hey, while I've got you here, I sent you a picture of the trophy. Do you have it?
I do.
If you put that up,
I think I burned it.
So there it is. As you can see, we finished off the top layer with 8 years. So we've begun the bottom layer with the 9th year. So I think I calculated there are 11 years worth of space remaining.
Awesome.
perfect.
Yeah.
So I will put that in. I will put that in the budget, Travis, for 12 years from now.
That means at least
I told Sabrina not to forget the checkbook when we came down this weekend.
We'll need layer 3 12 years from now. Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
Cool.
So it looks pretty good.
Unbelievable.
Yeah, I'm not sure we're going to need
Super
2 people to carry that next year, I think.
I was daydreaming earlier
Pretty
today.
amazing.
And the daydream was right when I learned there was a new trophy and there was 2 bases to the trophy, and it was big and heavy. And the daydream that I was running through in my mind is I was helping George carry it into the golf course, except MD swooped in and picked me up, and we just drove away right out the parking lot.
I mean, if I'm being completely honest, it is my plan B.
Yes.
Like, you know, Shooter McGavin running away at the end.
Yes, that's exactly right.
That's my vibe.
Yes, exactly right.
Where does
Randy,
where's the trophy
How many?
live?
Go ahead, Danny.
No, I was just gonna ask where on display it was living.
It's probably behind his couch.
You know, it was, we have a trophy case. Believe it or not, we still have a trophy case at Wildcat. So it usually resides there.
Cool.
Ah.
Okay, and they are
Wildcat was
letting.
the scene of the crime a few years ago.
And you are going back to Wildcat, I heard on the phone the other day.
We've been there. We've been there a couple of times so far. We're playing twice more this year. It's a great track. For those of you that don't know Wildcat, it is the location for the prior landfill for the city of Houston. And after they were finished with it, Waste Management gave it to a group that turned it into a golf course. And it is one of the great golf courses in the city. 2 18-hole terrific golf courses that I hate as much as anything. But that's where we were last time. And hopefully you guys will enjoy it this time.
It's really fun.
That sounds so much nicer.
Yeah.
I played a golf course that I lived by when I lived in Illinois that was next to a waste management facility, and we called it Stinky Links. Was our official title for it.
Yeah, Harbor Heights, Harbor Links. It's something in Chicago there. Also on the landfill. I like Wildcat as a facility. I didn't necessarily care for the practice part of that facility, but from a match play perspective, it provided lots of drama on every hole on that back nine. It got hard when you turned the corner and came back. Was it 14, 15, 16, 17, 18 on that backstretch? Drama and fireworks the whole way.
Yeah.
But that's kind of the same way High Meadow Ranch feels too.
I was about to say.
The first 12 holes feel very gettable, and then the last 6 holes, turn it on
those
hard.
Last 6 holes were freaking brutal.
Yeah.
Especially, I'm excited to see it with the rain, let alone we played it on a windy day, and it was tough. So that'll be a lot of fun.
Yeah. Yeah, it's definitely a challenge most of the time, but in those conditions, it could be interesting. So I may try and send this to you. If you want to put up I can find this thing. Bear with me.
Send it over to me.
I'm looking.
Randy, question from one of our viewers though. While you're doing that, when did you first find out you were going to be captain of the team in 2023?
So my first opportunity to be a part of this event was 2015, and I've been a part of it ever since then, either as a player or as an assistant or as a captain, and just can't get enough of it. Travis and I have really enjoyed collaborating on this event, and Jason and Casey and everybody. It's just such a great group. I just really can't express enough how much we enjoy and appreciate the partnership that we have with you guys, and look forward to this in every way. Like I said, all of us want to win. Most of all, we just want to experience the event. We've got 8 new guys that are really, they are so giddy. They're probably going to, do stupid things while they're out there, but we're really excited to take you guys on.
Moments, you got to learn what it feels like to prepare for it, right?
You do. And looking at the team you guys have fielded this year, oh my God, what have you done? What are you feeding these people?
It is definitely our statistically strongest team of all time.
Yeah. I think we're going to need urine samples from everybody.
It's deer antler spray. That's what it is.
You're going to want the urine sample mainly from Seth after you watch him tee off.
Yeah. That's
Seth shot a 61 this year, so
we have a tour player with a tournament round 61 that just.
Did we tell you Nancy Kerrigan is on our team?
I think it was Tanya Harding that did the violence.
Oh my gosh, that's right. It was Tanya. We got the wrong person. Well, I guess
that makes us the villain. There we go.
There you go. He's got it made now. I can't find my photo. I'm looking at it on screen. I can't find where I filed it. So screw it. I'll send it to you. You can email it to everybody.
Okay, copy that. Another question from Casey in the comment section. Who on the HAGA team is the most decorated? Who has made the team the most? We assign a star to every team, right? So we call it the number of stars. And like we were talking about Casey's 6 stars and 1 asterisk before. This is MD's first official star, 2 stars with a captain from last year.
So if I had to guess, I would say we've got a guy by the name of Chip Block, and Chip is a 2-time Player of the Year for us. Chip was a former IT executive with United Airlines, and since he retired, he has dedicated himself to kicking everyone's ass at HAGA. And I think Chip may have been on most, if not every team since we started this.
Whoa!
Yeah, you remember Chip Block?
Absolutely.
Yeah. Big old mustache, right?
Yeah, no, that's Gil Guerrera.
Oh yeah.
Gil did not make the team this year.
He did not, but he's been unfortunately little health problems, but he'll be back for next year. Yeah, Chip is a little fire plug of a guy and never misses a fairway, and will just take your money and run away with it. So Chip is probably our most consistent participant in this event, probably followed by George Harlow, and I'm looking at everyone else, and maybe me third. I've been in I think 5 of these as captain or player.
Another question from Casey, ripping them off in the comment sections. Good job.
If only he was live on screen to ask.
Yeah, if only. Yeah.
Way to keep the conversation going forward, though. It's difficult to do sometimes for me. And MD's texting me in the background, like, focus, Trav, keep talking about the same thing. You know, good thing we got Casey and MD here to keep us going forward. Randy McKay, how do you go from being a captain to a player and back to captain? Is it difficult to manage both?
So, from year to year, it's not. It's, 1 year you're a captain, 1 year a player. I mean, that's simple to do. In events like this, where I'm playing, and then at some point, I'll complete play and go back. I'm certainly a little leery to provide players with knowledge that I might have garnered from play that day. So I generally tend to deal with the situation where it is rather than give specific advice. Like, I would never want to give a player advice on a putt that I have already had during that same round. So that's really not what I'm there for. What I'm there for is
I think that's super respectful.
Yep.
And we need to point out that on the local rule sheet for this event, there's a local rule that prohibits players from caddying for other players once their round is completed.
Right. And so I tend to respect that same thing. I'm not there to provide an unfair advantage. I'm there to provide guidance and advice if I can, and try and keep guys' heads in the game. And this is a real easy format to feel outgunned or out of it, and it really is one hole at a time. It's one hole at a time. What you did last hole no longer matters. That's gone, and you gotta pick yourself up and play the hole you're in right now, and that's all you can do. So that's really the way I approach it when I have both roles. I've done this a couple of times where I've had dual roles, and like I said, I've always avoided I don't want to give anybody that kind of unfair advantage. I'd rather we have an honest competition, and I couldn't be more proud to be a part of this organization. And when I say that, I mean the combined South Texas Amateur Golf Tour and HAGA. It's just a great partnership, and we all love it so much.
High praise. Question from Stephen Evans. out there. Bird, can you pull that one in?
Steve Evans, that one handicap guy, that guy?
That one handicap guy, he's doing a little scouting right here, right now. Randy, what is your strategy for the weekend in regards to course setup? Now, that's a good one.
This is a good one.
Because we really, truly view the home course as your 17th team member.
Yeah.
Right.
So you met Casey when you were there. Casey Wade is the PGA professional there. And I said to Casey, hey, Casey, we're doing this South Texas match play. Can we send someone out to mark the course? And Casey said to me, no one marks this course but me. So Casey,
sounds like something Travis would say.
Yeah, exactly.
Danny, write that down. I think Casey Wade's a great interviewer right now.
Yeah, I'm telling you, you got to get him, Danny. He does not. This is not HAGA's course. We are simply people there playing. This is definitely Casey Wade's course. He set it up. I talked to him yesterday or Sunday. We were actually out there for an HAGA event. I wasn't able to play because I get this bum thumb that I messed up helping my wife with apple cake. So I sliced my thumb open. So I went in to see Casey, and he told me that he went out that weekend and marked the entire course. So there's about 15 cans of spray paint all over High Meadow Ranch ready for us. So everything's marked. Hopefully there won't be any questions about what's what.
That's awesome.
I just hope he doesn't put pins where he sometimes puts pins. We have no control.
Yeah, the middle of the green sucks.
The pins that they had out when we were there playing were
you were on a Friday. Right? Yeah. Forget about it. When you see these pins, and you see the weekend pins, you think, how in the hell am I supposed to play this in 4.5 hours? You just
I love it.
Can't believe it.
Well, funny you say that.
Yeah, it's crazy. So yeah, that's the other thing. 4.5 hours is our objective. If there's one other thing about Casey, if you come in at 4 hours and 15 minutes, he's bitching at you because it took you so long. He thinks that everybody ought to play quickly. So, being cart path only, more than likely, we're certainly going to have challenges on Saturday getting it all in.
Sounds like we're carrying bags, boys.
Yeah, you just want to encourage everybody.
I don't think golf is a 4-hour round.
It's a 5-hour sport.
Yeah,
if you
golf,
do it any quicker, you're not doing it right.
This is a whole topic, and I am the rare PGA professional who believes that golf just isn't a 4-hour sport anymore.
No,
it's just not.
I believe you're right. 4.5 would be a great time, especially if we have some interruptions from Mother Nature. So we're just hoping to be able to get it in on Saturday. Get that round.
Well, that's a cold comment from Stephen Evans right there. On the same context, we're talking about getting it in on Saturday night.
Yeah.
Stephen Evans will come back Sunday morning and get it done.
I think all of us will have to, yeah.
Or you could just putt in the dark.
Oh, back to back. Do we have that video loaded up?
Yeah, I think we
absolutely not.
Yeah,
no, we don't.
Somebody we know.
If I knew that this was if I knew that this was like an Attack Randy show, I would have prepped very differently.
Well, listen, now's the best time. It's 5 versus 1.
Well, it's bad enough when people send me things 2 minutes before the show starts. An hour and 5 minutes in is way worse.
Yeah, I'm texting MD photos to put on the show during the show.
Randy, I had a question for you. I had another question for you. Do you have a personal rival from the tour that you kind of look forward to having possibly a rematch against?
Gee whiz, I've never really approached it from that way. I have thoroughly enjoyed the competition with every one of you guys, and I don't really have a grudge against someone that's beaten me. And the guy, I remember the first time I was at River Ridge in 2015, and I think I got beaten in singles. by someone that was just better than I was that day. And I'm not that great to begin with. I'm a 12, so I was getting a few strokes, but just didn't have it all in the tank that day. And the better player won that day. But I've been fortunate that
was it Michael Freeman?
Got my share. So.
No, I don't.
No, Freeman was a pro at that time.
That River Ridge team for us was super stacked. It was Dustin Weldon, Ed Beatty,
Mike somebody. I can't remember which Michael it was.
Mike Langlanay.
Mike Langlanay.
Matt Langlanay was on the team. Ron Clark. Doug Hawkins was on that team. Oh my gosh, Alan McFarland was on that team.
Rip.
R.I.P.
Miss that game.
Yes. Man, we look good in those blue pants, though, didn't we?
You did.
That's about the only thing we did good that weekend.
God, they were terrible. That tournament, Randy, I think about that tournament a lot. On Sunday at River Ridge, we took 7 matches to the 18th hole tied.
Yeah, crazy.
And we lost all 7 of them. We lost a full point on 18 7 freaking times.
Can you believe that?
One of them was me.
The last one was you. Well, the one to give them 12 and a half was you.
Yeah. Thanks. Yeah.
Wow, boy, he's got quite a memory, doesn't he?
God, we looked at that putt 15 times back and forth. I mean,
listen, I'll tell you exactly.
Casey is a tour historian, and he remembers every.
So this is back before we made the rule where nobody can caddy for you after the round. My playing partner was in the group with me, solo tour guy. He finished his round on 16 and then announced to be my caddy the last 2 holes. I won 17 with a 6, and it was a par 3.
Oh,
so we both shit the bed on that par 3.
There's like 50 people on the 17th green at the time.
No.
We get to 18. I've got a 5-footer to have the match. Not even win it. Myself, my caddy, both captains came in and read that. Still missed it.
And you were playing Jason Miller. Jason Miller is the mouth that never stops. He is one of the funniest guys we've ever had as a member. And you drew the mouth that roared.
Well, I wasn't having a lot of fun that day, let me tell you. Especially when he shot 3 under on the front on me.
Yeah.
Travis, do you have our matches already set? Do we have Randy's match already established?
Oh yeah. I'm playing. Let's see.
The other cool thing we're doing tonight. Everybody watching right now, and Randy and I have been exchanging emails with Jason and Ron Hill, HAGA's captain, and the matches are finalized, both 4-ball and singles, and they are going on the South Texas Am Tour Facebook page tonight. They're going on the HAGA Facebook page tonight, and they will be in our newsletter that's going to go out Friday, as well as the website Friday. So matches are locked and loaded. I know I've been getting text messages from our team tonight. Stop talking and put out the matches. MD, I think you can put them up right now. If you want to screenshot them and put them in, you can.
Yeah, as a matter of fact, Mike and I are competing in the 4-ball on Saturday. Yeah, how about that?
It's Randy McKay and Mark Johnson from HAGA versus Mike Dermanuelian and Dustin Weldon.
Woo!
Dustin's the 0 in the group, of course. Randy bumps up to a 14. So it's a 14 and a 4 against Dustin and MD as a 0 and a 7.
No, it'll be fun. I'll need every one of those 14 strokes. Thank you very much.
Hey, Trav, I do not have the matches, buddy. Did you send those to me?
I emailed you the link 1 minute before the show started.
Uh-oh.
Oh, perfect.
Oh, I have those.
Let's let Jason Bird pull them up.
Can we screenshot that and put it in? Is that a quick thing?
Yes,
Oh, man.
relatively.
It's here somewhere. Here we go. Boom, boom. Save downloads, blah, blah.
Everything off my iPad, so.
There we go. Stand by. This is the official 2023 South Texas Match Play Challenge match release moment. Coming live now.
We ready?
Wednesday night,
Are we ready?
November 8th. Oh, laser show. Laser show.
There they are.
And this is
Wow.
the official format. The Golf Genius link is also going live shortly after the show. The top half of this graphic is Saturday, November 11th, the 4-ball matches. The bottom half of this graphic is Sunday, November 12th, the singles matches. 24 points total. Like Casey's subheading says on the podcast tonight, it is a race to 12 and a half. There has never been a tie. There is
We don't want it.
There's
Don't
an
want it.
awesome
Nope.
tiebreaker
Don't want it.
format. So I say every year I'm rooting for the tie, right?
I love the tie.
But 11 o'clock kickoff this Saturday, November the 11th. In case anybody's wondering, that's 2 days, 13 hours, 47 minutes away. Chip Block and Chuck Kelly versus Dustin Hassan and Jonathan Harder. And then we have George Harlow. And Randy, you're going to have to help me with this last name because I got to say it over a loudspeaker.
Zepko.
Okay, much easier than I tried to make it. George Harlow and John Zapko versus Jolly Shackelford and Willie Nichols, followed by Jay Strickland and Robert Curran, Brad Gilbert and Greg Graff. That's a happy team right there. And then there's the featured match of Saturday, the 11-24 pairing, Randy McKay and Mark Johnson versus Mike Dermanuelian and Dustin Weldon.
All right, Danny, you know where you're going to be now, right? 11-24 will be on the number 1 team.
That is the featured pairing group.
You got it.
Followed by Dale Fuhrer and Nathan Overstreet versus Jeremy Jaramillo and Trace Davis. That's a strong team right there. That is the second strongest team. MD and Dustin is the statistically strongest team, followed by Jeremy and Trace there on the tourist team. Continuing 4-ball matches, Charles Amaro and Nick Laughlin versus Mark Kacheski and Morgan Graff. That should also provide some fireworks.
No.
Wrapping up 4-ball matches, 2 matches to go. Steve Mills and Garrett Van Zyl. Did I say it? Is it Van Zyl?
Van Zyl. Yeah, Van Zyl. South African. No.
Van Zyl. I ask him how to say it every year.
No.
I
But when he talks to you, you can't understand him anyway.
Okay. I love it.
The Dutch.
Van Zyl versus Powerhouse +5 Seth Henry.
And how?
Paired with Roger Moore. I think that match is going to be awesome.
No.
To
I'm going to have to go look for Tanya Harding for that one.
I mean, Roger is going to get 30 strokes.
It's 30. It's 30.
Yeah. Crazy.
Such an interesting team there to captain for me, and Jason a little bit there. How do you encourage Roger to play with Seth there and keep each one of them moving the ball down the fairway to the best of their abilities? I love it. 12 holes, double pops. I love it.
Yep.
And then the anchor match in the 4-ball format, Josh Shake. Is it Shake?
Yep.
Okay.
Shake.
Well, you never know these days. And Chris Saint
Ving.
Okay.
Their team's very international.
It's just the Houston Amateur Golf Association is a melting pot.
They're like recruiting from Europe.
Versus the PC Open gross champion and the net champion, Stephen Evans and Lazaro Gonzalez.
Steven Evans is
your
our
villain's
European.
right there.
So I need some advice on Lazaro. I got to play him on singles.
That is the tour champion.
He will talk your ear off, Randy.
Oh.
And that's a strategy.
Oh, I bet it is. Okay. I ignore my wife. I could probably do it with him.
Yeah, she's definitely in bed before you said that.
My office door is closed, by the way.
Jay Bird, do you want to take us through the singles matches?
Sure. So the singles matches are on Sunday, and they're a little bit earlier because it's a travel day. But bright and early, 9 a.m., we'll start with Chip Off the Old Block versus Dustin Hassan.
Whoop, whoop.
Dustin playing good right now. I like our chances there. I don't know how Chip's playing, but Dustin's playing good. And in that same pairing, but not able to give advice and should just ignore the other people, is Chuck Kelly versus GG Greg Graff.
And Chuck has to give him a shot. Amazing.
Chuck does have to give him a shot, and GG's hitting some briskets right now, so I like our odds there as well.
I think that is the only match in singles format where we are getting a stroke.
Yes, that is correct.
And it is the only stroke.
Yes.
GG receiving the only stroke. I don't think we knew that going in. That's new information.
Maybe you should get like a lot of
I've already fact checked it. It is the only pop given in the entire Sunday afternoon.
To us.
To us.
You better do something good with that pop, Mr. GG.
No pressure.
So 8-minute tea time. So it's 9:08
with bogeys.
There we go. Almost took 8 minutes to get to this tea time.
Yeah.
Yep. 8 minutes later, we have Mr. Mills versus Jolly Shackelford, the jolliest of all Shacklefords. They have confirmed no one is jollier in that clan.
Oh.
Jolly is also the sponsor for our side for this South Texas match play. So big shout out to Par 5 Spray Foam and Jolly Shackelford.
All right.
In that same group, but should ignore the other group, is Garrett Van Zyl and Mike Dermanuelian, which I believe is misspelled on this graphic. I'm not sure how he feels about it. I think he just returned to his computer and he is about to rage.
It's Dermanuelian.
Yes. Dermanuelian.
The man. Uelian. MD, a.k.a. DM, don't miss.
And then at 9:16, we have Dale with the Fur versus Dustin Weldon, DW.
Okay, so Dale Fur is our version of Talk Your Ear Off.
Oh, so he is the one with the fur.
Oh, yeah.
All right, cool. DW given 12 in that one.
The boots with the fur. I love
with
it.
The boots
oh, my gosh. I can see the – oh, man, Danny Puckett. Woo. Okay. Sorry.
I'm sorry.
That's credit to Morgan. That's credit to Morgan. The boots with the fur.
Yep. And in that same pairing, we have Nathan Overstreet and Trace Davis. Trace giving a single pop. At this point, a single pop just almost feels straight up, right, Travis? We're feeling good about that.
Overstreet's an attorney, so there won't be any funny business in that foursome.
Oh, we don't like lawyers around here.
Jason Bird, to answer your question there, if it's single digits, it feels straight up.
Yeah. It's good.
Yeah. It really does.
9:24, we have Jay Strickland versus Mark Kucheski.
Getting 3. Strickland
getting 3 from Mark, yeah. Mark's hitting it far. He hitting it good. Played Mark well at Wolf Dancer. He played good almost. He playing good. In that same group, but should ignore the other ones, is Robert Curran. I believe he is your handicap committee president.
He is a handicap chairman, yes, sir.
And then we have versus a Mr. Willie Nichols. Very distinguished man, Willie Nichols is. He holds himself very well. We'll enjoy playing golf with him. He's a great guy.
Yep.
9:32. We'll just skip over that one. We have Mark Johnson and Steve Evans. Another single-digit pop scenario where, you know, gotta feel pretty good about that. Steve Evans, I wish he was on here. I believe every year he's played that I've been captain, he has been giving like 30 strokes to somebody. So he's looking at that one like, wow, I don't have to do math.
What a gift.
Yeah, see, 2 years ago in Houston, he had to give up 21, and it took him to 18 holes and tied the match.
That is incredible. Also in that group is the esteemed Randy McKay. Don't tell him I said that. Versus Lázaro Gonzalez.
I'm playing
guy
hurt.
who will talk your ear off.
I'm playing hurt. Here's my.
Oh, he's playing hurt.
I'm playing with a bad thumb.
If Laz was here, I'd ask if he'd give you another stroke for that hurt thumb.
Yeah, I think he should. Maybe
he's not here, so we can't do it.
No.
That'll be another one, another straight up / one stroke match.
Yep.
Then at 9:40, we have George Harlow, very nice guy. I love George. Versus Morgan Graff, a fine young lady. She's giving 6 strokes though. She's not. I don't know if she's used to it, but I think she is up to the task. I think she's done. She
did it twice last time.
Did she now?
Yeah,
she won twice last time.
Stroke to
Harold.
1 stroke last year to Harold. Is that right?
Yep.
Yeah. Wow. Yeah. Oh, it's 6 this year, so maybe this one will go like 12 holes before she closes it out. I don't know.
I have a question.
That's a match close to my heart.
Randy, I have a question. Is that the gentleman who left last year?
George?
Yes. No, not George. Harold.
Harold, no, I think he wound up playing. Obviously, he was a little miffed that he lost to a female. But, you know, Morgan plays so well. You know, you give her an amazing amount of credit in a field of 600 players. For 2 years in a row, she's qualified to be a part of the team. And all of us have the utmost respect for her. And all of us were just afraid we were going to be paired against her and incur her wrath. So
nobody hits more golf balls than Morgan and Greg Graff. That's for sure.
And she's just a treasure and a fun person to play with. And George is looking forward to it. We're all looking forward to it.
And when we were making the pairings, I held her back on both sides on purpose. Just
I know you did. We were trying to figure out who you were going to put her against. Yeah, we knew
exactly what you betcha.
That's a heat-seeking missile. We had to hold that one back.
Yeah, it really is.
She's been sharpening her skills at the old TPC. She's ready to go dominate.
Oh, great. Okay, that's what we want to hear.
Morgan Taylor Rath. In that same pairing is John Zapko against Roger Murray, another one of our heat-seeking missiles we were holding back. Trav?
You betcha. It's one of those fun conversations too, where we get to tell Roger, "Hey, Roger, you're the 0, and you're giving John a stroke today."
No pressure.
Yeah, right. I mean, that's a cool conversation to have.
Yeah, I mean that's going to be new for Roger, right? As a rookie, new to match play, new to having to give a stroke.
Yep.
Listen, I've already prepped him during the practice round last week. He's good to go.
He's GTG. 9:48, Nick Laughlin versus BG. That is going to be the all happy group.
Yeah.
BG given 9. I think he's up to task for that.
He'll have a good time with Nick. Nick's an Irishman and still speaks the Queen's Irish. So they'll have a good time. He's just a fun guy and free spirit. You'll enjoy him.
Playing in that same group will be Chuck Amaro versus John Harder.
I like the abbreviations to save time there. Good job.
Yes. Got to save oxygen. I have only so much energy, you know.
Oh my God.
And I mean, Jonathan Harder given 15 strokes. That's he says yikes. He has already seen this and commented. He's just psyching you out. He knows he can win that match. He know he got this.
You know, one of those strategies is to pair to handicap strokes, right?
Yep.
But
Yeah.
there's always the outside the bell curve outliers. And the 948 pairing group for us are our outliers.
Mm-hmm.
That's where the handicap dispersion crunch hit. And of the people that I held up and paired out, we went back and forth. Bird and I did on that, and we felt that Brad Gilbert and Jonathan Harder were up to that challenge. And you know, at worst case scenario, it is an unteachable moment, and the amount of information learned in that match for those two players or those four players as a whole is going to be awesome.
Yeah, and then I guess the anchor matches.
Yes, anchor matches.
I guess there's two anchor matches in this event, in this format, and we have St. Chris versus St. Henry. I don't know Chris's game at all. He's a rookie, right? I don't recognize the name.
Both of these guys, first time with the team. They're younger guys, so we're excited to have them be a part of the team, and
That's perfect.
I think they'll give you a good run.
What part of the world
good.
is he from?
I'm not sure. Chris is a Houstonian. I'm not sure what his heritage is, but an all-around great guy. And Josh, actually, it's not John, it's Josh Shake. Both good guys, and it's unusual for us to have younger players in our group, but they're both around in their early 30s, so they'll be more like your guys than our guys.
Well, that's perfect. Seth, I believe, is late 20s.
Mm-hmm.
I would just recommend that St. Chris bring his binoculars. That is the only way to see Seth's ball down range. You ain't doing that with the naked eye, that's for sure.
Yeah.
I played against Seth in one of our practice sessions, and there were two times where I hit it good, and he was 70 and 80 in front of me.
Yeah, we talked about that. I'd be like, "Oh, I crushed one," and he'd be like, "I kind of healed that one." I'm like, "Dude, you're like 30 in front of me. What?" Oh, I caught that one spinny 50 in front of me. Like, I hate that guy.
Yeah. Well, hopefully we'll find a way to calm him down at High Meadow Ranch.
I hope not. So we got Josh Shake.
Yep.
Is that available on the Whataburger menu? I'm not sure.
It is on the Whataburger menu, and he's got a beard to go with it.
Looks like it's $7.
I love how quick that was, Randy. That was awesome.
Yeah.
He's playing Jeremy Jarimillo.
Jaramillo, maybe?
Jaramillo, but we joke that it's Jaramillo.
Oh, that's A squad stuff.
Jaramillo.
Here we go.
Jaramillo. Come on now.
Jeremy sneaky long. I guess it's not sneaky anymore. He's playing great.
I love the anchor match.
Yeah, that one's going to be strong. Hopefully that'll come down to 18. We like to see those guys compete all the way around.
I'm looking at your team, Randy, and you got a lot of guys that maybe originate from out of country. So I'm thinking maybe HAGA is the live.
Yeah,
like
the international.
Yeah, I think maybe we're the European team from. What happened in the last Ryder Cup, right? The European team victorious. No one wants to talk about that, but
I do not.
No. Matter of fact, I think.
Listen, there was not a lot of coverage or media or follow up on the Ryder Cup after we got
there wasn't. Like that. Everybody wanted to run and hide.
Yes.
Well, Danny Puckett, you've been quiet. You got any questions for Randy or anything to say about the pairings?
No, I've just been kind of listening in, taking a little bit of notes, game planning some of my execution on bouncing around the course. I I don't know that I have any real questions right now. I mean, I feel like I definitely want to save things I'm going to record for that moment. You know, it's a lot of gut
Yep.
reaction, and those sorts of things. Yeah, I'm excited.
Well, High Meadow Ranch is in addition to being a great golf course, this is a community built around ownership of horses. So as you drive into the place, you're driving past these great big estates with horse barns or whatever you call them, stables, and you'll as you're playing along, you'll come across a number of people riding horses along the road. It's quite an equestrian kind of community, but you'll absolutely love it. It's my favorite place to play in Houston, and I can't say enough how much we're looking forward to having you guys join us out there for a fun weekend and some great competition. So it's 9:32. It's past my bedtime. I'm going to have to go. You know, I'm an old guy, and I need to save myself for my match with Mike and my Sunday match with Lazaro. So
that was secretly our strategy, was to keep you on as long as possible, because it's only Wednesday. And
Travis was like, "Hey, Randy's bedtime's like 9:30, so let's get this show to 9:35 and like throw him off by 5 minutes." It's like having one sock on.
I need to go fill up my wine glass too. So
he's going to be late to the first tee on Saturday now.
His whole week is thrown off.
Well, Randy McKay,
you read my mind. I was about to wrap it up, sir.
Association team qualifier and assistant captain. Thank you so much for joining us tonight. It was a blast. I hope to run into you on Friday at High Meadow Ranch, maybe. If not, we will see you in 2 days. 13 hours and 27 minutes.
You got it. I'll set my watch right now.
Perfect.
See you guys. Thanks. Enjoyed it.
See you, Randy.
Bye-bye.
Thanks, Randy.
Bye-bye.
And he's back.
Well, I'm still a single parent right now. So, as you can see, I've moved locales. I'm in the kitchen. Guys, everyone out there, thank you for hanging out. Hour and a half show, full of awesome things. First and foremost, shout out to friend of the tour, friend of the podcast, friend in general, Danny Puckett, for being on the show. Danny also coming to Houston with us, bringing his unrivaled talent for video editing, videos in general, whatever. I mean, all of it. It's great. It's going to be awesome. Super excited to see what you come up with, Danny, and obviously supporting you in whatever way we can. And we obviously appreciate you doing this with us. That's going to be super fun. Shout out to Randy McKay from Team HAGA joining the show tonight, giving us a little preview of their side of things and of the golf course and just of the history in general. It was a really fun conversation. And then, of course, shout out to Jaybird, Travis, Casey Graham for making an appearance. What a cool show.
I was just texting in the group thread, one of my favorite shows of all time. I loved it.
Yeah. Really, really appreciate everyone's involvement out there, asking questions, getting involved, getting psyched. I can tell you right now, the South Texas Match Play Challenge team chat has been blowing up. So there's a lot of exciting things going on, guys, but it all kicks off Friday morning. Travis, myself, and the rest of the team will be at High Meadow on Friday morning. We have Straka School. We have practice rounds.
I can't wait to teach our first ever South Texas Match Play Challenge team, Straka School. I'm so excited for that. I love Straka. Straka confirms.
Hours and hours of training for this.
I love it. MD has built me a PowerPoint presentation. I'm excited. I can't wait. I can't wait for that team meeting. I was writing that presentation today, and that presentation ended with like the first real team pep talk. And I got that first real chill today. Like, hey, it's Wednesday. I looked over at the countdown and it said 2 days. And it was just, it was really cool.
Yeah, it's gonna be amazing. We are gonna have Golf Genius live on the Facebook page. It'll be in the newsletter. Follow along this weekend. We are going to have Facebook Live. We're going to have we're going to give you guys as much insight, as much information, as much to see as possible, so that you guys, if you can't be there with us, it sure as hell is going to feel like you are. Make sure to text your friends who are playing, give them words of encouragement, post on the Facebook page, cheer on your friends, and we are ready to go to Houston. This team is as strong a team as we have ever had, and we are looking forward to bringing home the new upgraded trophy back to San Antonio, where it belongs.
Super
I
excited.
agree.
Love the way the trophy looked. I would love to see, everyone would love to see the matches on the Facebook page. We're going to get those tonight on there. What do you think?
I believe that can be done.
Okay, so there'll be a Golf Genius link up there tonight, live leaderboard link, and then graphics with handicap information and official matches that we go back and watch the show if you missed them. It's all there with a match-by-match analysis. Danny Puckett, thank you so much for joining us. I can't stress enough how much we appreciate Global Fairway Logistics, Danny Puckett, Micah Carroll, Cairo Service Group, LLC, making this weekend's media production possible. Really, really excited for that. Jay Bird, looking forward to going to battle with you.
I love battle.
2.5 days, it kicks off. I'm excited.
I got prepared at work today. There was only one toilet, so battle is in my blood.
I love it. I'm stoked. I've got clothes laid out, writing speeches. Matches are done. Golf Genius is built. Ready to pack the van tomorrow. That's
when you know it's serious.
Yeah.
Yep. All right, guys. Well, that is going to do it for the show tonight. Thank you, everybody, for watching. Thank you, everybody, for your support. Let's get to Houston. Let's go kick some ass, and let's bring it home, guys.
Woo! Thanks for watching, everybody.
Good night, everyone.
Thanks, guys.
We'll see you live from High Meadow Ranch this weekend.
Awesome. Have a good night, everyone.
All right. Bye.